once she passed away, it was like it didn't feel real until the next day. Like that week, I went to school and I came back home and I saw that she wasn't sitting there, and that's when it like really hit me. I felt angry. I felt like there was nothing like anybody can do to replace my grandma. And I remember going to reconciliation and talking to priests about it and just being like, why did that have to happen? If God is good, he doesn't want anything bad. Why did he hurt us? Why did he have to take her away?
Like dreams, and you still remember those two miscarriages because you still have feeling for them. And so it's I mean, it's part of your life. You have to feel um, sad. You have to feel those feelings that you don't want to feel.
That to me was one of the greatest pains in life, uh, where even I ended up having to have uh, psychiatrical evaluations, and very, very painful stage of life for me.
It hit me real hard when I get the news that she passed away. But I just give God thanks that I was able to see her 2 months before she passed. Sit with her, talk, take pictures, photograph of it together.
I had my days, and even till today, I want to be a big sister, and I wish I could have had my little sister. And at times, I would have been like, "Oh, Daisy would have been doing this. Daisy would have been doing that." But at the end of the day, I know that one day I'll be able to see Daisy in heaven, and that's all that matters to me.
My lieutenant got shot in the back of the head. I was called up, and one of the guys in my truck said the LT is down. So by the time I told the guys to push through, and once we push through, we'll see what our situation was. When I got up to his truck, I had to actually go in, take his body out, and prepare him to come back to the United States. I took his dog tag off, and I called a couple of guys, my senior sergeants, over, and we all sat down and prayed, and we got the body prepared. And we called in a helo, a helicopter, and they came and picked him up. And from that time, I had to stay in charge of the mission because we didn't have a lieutenant at the time. So every year we try to come home. We think about the lieutenant. Every year we have a nice, little get together group, and we all toast to the lieutenant. But during the days, I still see him. I still think about him, and really miss him.
When life breaks your heart, you have to keep fighting because the pain and the confusion and fear that you feel, that's all there to remind you that somewhere out there is something better worth fighting for. That's the fight for the ultimate goal of closure.